how was that for an attention-grabbing video? It was either that or me coming up out of the Caspian Sea covered in seaweed and gastric juices. So I think you probably would like that one better than the alternative. But I wanted to do it to announce our new upcoming video series on the book of Jonah. I fought with the Lord about preaching on Jonah a few years back and wrestled with him on the issue. I really wasn't interested in preaching a sermon about reluctant prophets who end up in the belly of a fish. I just didn't think that people needed that guilt trip or the fear of being swallowed by a fish if they didn't witness to somebody that God was telling them to witness to or something like that. But God kept pressing it upon me and kept looking at it and studying it from different angles. And a friend of mine actually wrote a book on it, and he sent me a copy of it, and I started reading through it, and I saw that Chuck had been able to take a different view altogether, a different perspective on the book of Jonah. So often all we think about when we read the book of Jonah is Jonah and the big fish. But friends, the real purpose, the real mission of the book of Jonah is to talk about Jonah and the heart of God. It's all about to reveal the character, the greatness, the grandeur of our God. And from Genesis to Revelation, it's all about God. It's not a book of good morals, 7 steps to a better you, anything like that. It's really all about God telling us about himself. And so I want to invite you in on this journey. I have about 6 messages that I have lined up over the next 8 weeks that I'd like to explore with you over. And I would ask too that you would take some time to pray. Set some goals, set some things before the Lord to say, God, I want to know you more in this particular area. I'd like to hear from you on this particular subject. It's not a matter of finding God's will and finding specific directions or plans for your life, but it's much more about finding out who God is. Maybe you just need to say, God, would you reveal more of yourself to me this summer? I hope you'll do that. Join us on Sunday morning for that time together. Also, I want to ask you about contributing to the Benevolent Fund. A year ago we made a hard decision to take the Benevolent Fund out of our regular operating budget. And instead we would have 6 different times a year that we would ask people or give people the opportunity to contribute to the Benevolent Fund. And we haven't been able to do that for the last several months, and now our Benevolent Fund is running pretty thin. And so we want to give you the opportunity of going to those red payment machines and contributing to the Benevolent Fund. The way we'll do this is that if you contribute any money on Friday, that's today or Saturday, or next Tuesday or Wednesday, Sunday and Monday are going to be out because of the heavy lockdown. But between now and Wednesday, if you contribute at those millennial machines, all those funds will be given to the benevolent team to be able to help them minister to the needs of people in our congregation. So we thank you, Lord, for giving. Thank you for your support of the ministry. And this is one facet of the ministry that does need your help at this time, and we'd encourage you to do that. Hey, have a great weekend. Get ready for having a little bit more tighter restrictions on us on Sunday and Monday. But look to the Lord, enjoy his favor. Be with us 10 o'clock Sunday morning as we'll worship together and look into his word together in Jonah chapter 1. Hey, God bless. Have a great weekend.